Hello, you beautiful people, and welcome back to the 19th episode of the West Ham Save. We are heading into the quarterfinals of the Champions League. You may well see there, top left, who we have. I want to start here because we've got a couple problems with selections. We had a lot of injuries over the past few weeks. So I'm not sure what this team's going to look like. And I've not done much scouting on the opposition because I've been so focused on Coventry Premier League because right now it's been very stressful as it's frozen on the tactical meeting. That was a very long meeting. So we left off with the win over Atleti, two separate 1-0 victories that progresses past that great team, but we are now facing who have to be the dead set favourites to win the entire thing in Bayern Munich, who overcame Manchester City. We have Tottenham, who we've already beaten, We've already beaten Tottenham 2-1. They were top of the table. And despite having 10 men for half an hour, we would actually get our second goal of the game with a man down. Following that, we were on a high, 4 wins in a row, all against pretty solid opposition. But Aston Villa would bring us back to reality. 2 goals from Cunha and 1 from Diaby. And this was after an injury to Anatoly Trubin, who had to be on the bench, so Joe Hart's one appearance is a 3-0 loss, not a great signal for him. Bournemouth would be up next, and thankfully we would overcome them. 2 early goals, one from Kudus and an own goal from Chris Metham. Whilst Solanke would answer back just 12 minutes in the end it would be a penalty from James Ward-Prowse that would put the game beyond doubt, and Philip Billen with a late 96th minute goal was only a consolation. So yeah, we move into Bayern Munich, who beat 2-time Champions League champions Manchester City 3-2 on aggregate, but it was this home game that was the difference. A 3-1 victory, doubles from Harry Kane, 1 from Leroy Sané against his former side, and Bernardo Silva would have a chance with that goal and a second in the second leg, but in the end no one else stepped up when it was needed most. But they are coming off of a 3-2 loss to Hamburg and a 1-1 draw with Heidenheim. So, it's certainly up in the air that we could at least bring something against this squad, who are using Jakub Kiwior, formerly of Arsenal, in their midfield. I feel like there's definitely something, though he is very good actually. I was going to say there's something there, but no, he's unbelievably good. Maybe Benjamin Henrichs. Again, very, very good player. I kind of forget how good Bayern Munich are sometimes. Their key player, unsurprisingly, is Harry Kane, who, looking at these stats, it's just unbelievable what I'd do for a striker like him. But let's talk about the scouting reports on Bayern Munich and see if there is something we can at least come out of. So the scouting report says they do like to use the 4-2-3-1. Whilst I don't want to look at their strengths because I feel like this is stuff which you just can't compete against, we can most certainly look at their weaknesses. And you notice 5 of the 16 assists have come from crosses and from deep positions. 6 of the 16 assists conceded. The goalkeepers apparently aren't that great, though they do still have Manuel Neuer in goal, and he is still very, very good, and I don't quite believe that all too much. At 39 years old, though, maybe there is something we can bring against the veteran shot stopper. And they also tend to concede quite late on in the game. But is there something we can maybe look into? So, 6 of the 16 assists come from deep. They mainly face the 4-2-3-1. And they struggle against the 4-4-2 diamond, though they've not faced it much. In terms of things they face a lot, the five at the back seem to work pretty decently. But we've got to just find something where we can actually answer them. Are we seeing anything here where, there's a clear weakness? I'm not seeing much, if I'm being honest. This ain't great. Yeah, we did get a team report. I didn't find it though. This is some scouting of young players couple of these we brought in, like Reece Monroe, Daniel Oyetunde. Who was it? There was someone who was quite good. Damari Daly, nothing special. Team selection advice, don't really care much about that. Opposition report, they are just better. That's all I see, is they're just better, and it's not coming up with like, oh yeah, they've got a weakness against this or that. I don't see anything really that we can answer back against. Oh, well, we are definitely going to try and utilise the wide areas, but without Petr Rakov, we don't have much in terms of aerial ability. Jared Bowen sadly will not be available for this game. Marcus Edwards will lead the line. I've been liking Brahim Diaz on that left wing. He's actually stepped up quite well. And introducing again Jeremy Doku, who actually had a pretty good game himself. I'm going to start Jeremy Doku on that left wing. Mohamed Kudus to lead the line. So it's going to continue to look at least somewhat similar to what we have seen over the last few weeks. And I suppose the idea is, can we find something within our own little formations, within the 90 minutes, can we find that weakness? Jean-Claire Todibo sadly suspended, so it will be the reintroduction of Anel Ahmedovic, who's been great all season. Sadly for Mavropanos, he is not going to get into this game. No, we're going to start with Mavropanos. He's got a good relationship with Aguirre. Ollie Scars, I don't really care. So yeah, the idea is we're going to have to figure this one out ourselves, as we are at home in the London Stadium and welcoming the champions of Germany. Definitely not the greatest feeling in the world. But we beat Atleti. That's my only saving grace, is somehow we came out on top against Atletico de Madrid. Surely there's something we can bring to this, and it's going to be a free kick straight away. Ward-Prowse, header away. Naya Figuer immediately answers back. Mavropanos! Konstantinos Mavropanos with his second goal of the Champions League campaign, 2 in 2 games. Wow, what a goal that was. Well, we tend to score quite a lot from corners, but not quite like that. Naya Figuer takes it down, lays it off to his centre-back partner, who first time rifles it into the bottom right-hand corner. Amazing goal, and somehow we have took the lead less than 10 minutes in. Immediately we go a little bit more cautious as we hope to just try and hold on to this result here. Wow, I cannot believe it. I really can't. It's going to be a free kick. Musiala in. That looked to me to be onside, though you're never 100% sure from set pieces. We're looking for clarification, and it will indeed be awarded. 23 minutes in, there's just far too much open space there, and we've seen that happen a couple times from free kicks, to be honest. A little bit too often is we have so many men in the wall, a lot of space open above them. Well, so far I'm pretty happy. It's 1-1, but we are holding our own against the German dominating team. 1-1. Monopoly, that was the word I was looking for. The German monopolists. Never asked them what their badge was in the 1940s. Top 5 worst things to do. Ask a woman here. Wait, ask Germany what they were doing in 1943. I keep saying because there's not much going on right now. The game is petering out to an extent. We're holding our own. Most of the stats there looking very, very equal. Possession, shots on target, XG. We're having the better of the set pieces, but as we come up on 80 minutes, I was about to make a substitution when there's a highlight, and it's Dyer Upamecano, who is beautifully underlapping there from a centre-back position, collects on the right wing, pulls it back there to Sattelberger and Matraoui. It falls to Upamecano. How on earth has Dyer Upamecano been able to run through and beautifully incise between so many of our side? Probably the entire team has just sat and watched by as Upamecano steps up there on the edge of the box, was on the shoulder of James Ward-Prowse. An easy goal for him, and that is unbelievable. He's been playing in a ball-winning midfield role. That should never have happened. Well, unsurprisingly, we're going to have to make some big changes. It is going to be the introduction of Brahim Diaz, Patson Daka, Samu, and last but most certainly not least, Hayden Hackney. This could be, with 10 minutes left to go, our only chance at keeping this tie within, reach of the brass ring, so to speak, as James Ward-Prowse wins the ball back again, forward looking for Hayden Hackney. It's unsuccessful. Upamecano finds Sane once more. Harry Kane, beautiful through ball to Thomas Muller, and it will be 3-1, but will it count? We did not need this. I was really hoping we could hold on to that 1-0 lead akin to Manchester City, as it's disallowed, which is a good sign. That's very important. We stay within a goal's grasp. Can we equal things up and take it back to Germany and the Allianz Arena? All level? No. It will be a 1-goal advantage to Bayern Munich. A very equal game. But we just did not have that clinicalness up front, and we were sloppy at the back, allowing Dayot Upamecano to effortlessly work through us. So, we're going to move on. By the way, 4th place still in the Premier League, 1 point ahead of Liverpool, 2 points behind Aston Villa, and 2 points ahead of Arsenal. So, still a lot to play for in the season. And we have Liverpool next. Will we play it? I don't think we're going to play that on screen. Would you prefer? We play a lot of Liverpool games on screen. We're going to leave it. Well, guys, I had to come back because we're quickly into the second half. And we're 3-0 up. I'm going to be honest, I wasn't paying too much attention. But every time I looked up, there was a goal. So I did like the half-time team talk. And Ward-Prowse, he's already scored 1. Name it 4-0. Let's talk through the goals very quickly. So, unsurprisingly, Petr Rakov is in the score sheet. I can't wait to have him back in the Champions League next season. Wasn't registered because I felt other people more important, but what a beautiful goal that was. We then had a screamer from James Ward-Prowse, and I saw that goal and went, that's amazing. I did some of the things, I looked back, it wasn't that much of a screamer. I thought it was edge of the box. This is when I looked up and I went, what on earth? And then lastly, a corner kick. Ahmed Ozic, who had to come in due to Nayef Aguirre having a lack of fitness, again proving why he may well be up there with the very best centre-backs in the league right now. We have 4 players who are just completely dominant in those centre-back positions. As Marcus Edwards brought down just outside the box there by Harvey Elliott. In my opinion, that's a red card. Edwards was through on goal. He's clearly hurting on a 9.1 rating as well. Yeah, he's clearly in a lot of pain. It will be no penalty. What would be the decision on Elliott? Only a yellow card. He's gotten very with that, a cynical foul, it must be said. Ward-Prowse, though, to take the resulting corner kick, and we know how dangerous this can be. Oh, forces an amazing save out of Alisson Becker. I mean, I had to come back, because if we can have a really historic win over Liverpool, what more could you want heading into the biggest game of a club's history? Gonçalo Borges comes on. I'm also going to bring Hayden Hackney back into the side. So the last involvement of Ward-Prowse's time will be a corner kick which falls to Edwards, cleared out. I wish I could just keep Ward-Prowse in for a little longer. And yes, by the way, I've not really mentioned that Emerson is continuing to play at left back. João Mario in. Souček heads just over. That was such a perfect opportunity there for the Slovakian midfielder. I think he's Slovakian. But yeah, Ait Nouri is great and all, but Emerson's really stepped up as of late. Souček and Samu come into the side. Sorry, Samu and Ait Nouri. I'm a little bit flustered here. I was hoping this would be a bit more of an exciting second half. Everything seems to come in the first. So Szoboszlai in, headed away to Debo Forward to Edwards, who just flicks it on. He could do a lot better with that. We all know he can. Rooney Bargi dispossessed. Borges on the ball. Trubin. Lovely ball forward. And this is the greatness of Rakov. Oh. Well, I lied. But his hold-up play and his physicality is so important. He reminds me a lot of like Romelu Lukaku. Sort of just when he joined Manchester United, where he was so physically incredible. Speed, power, strength, height, everything was on Lukaku's side around that point. But Rooney Bargi, nice little twists and jukes and jabs, hits off the post. Diogo Jota makes it 3-1. I was hoping I could put this on for the last half an hour and you'd all go, wow, as we score goal after goal after goal. Instead, we've conceded. João Mario, can you make this 4-1? We've been knocking on the door this second half. We really have deserved to at least get one more goal. It could come through to Debo, cleared away only as far as Edwards, back to João Mario. Mario takes it to the byline, still going. What a goal by the ex-Manchester City man. João Mario makes it 4-1. That was an absolutely stunning goal. Takes it on. And in an impossible situation, no one thinks you can score from here. Look at this, Edwards down. This is such a fortunate assist for him to bump up his stats. But look at the way, from a 0% shot, 4-1. What a victory that is for West Ham. And if we can repeat something of the ilk against Bayern Munich, we are through to the semis. But that's a much tougher ask than maybe we are giving it credit for, because Bayern Munich, they did beat Manchester City. They are unstoppable. But it is like there's so much excitement for me. I've been loving this save because things aren't going perfect, but they're going well enough. I keep getting a taste of things. Everything's almost there. We're in third place right now. We've just beaten Liverpool to leapfrog us. We're 9 points off of Tottenham. We've been 9 points all season. We're just clawing and edging our way to there. We're in the finals of the Carabao Cup. We're in the quarter-finals of the Champions League. And still nothing to show for it yet. But the time is coming. Well, we're back for the second leg following that superb victory. But before we kick into that, I want to talk about something that made me very happy, which was we got third place in the Premier Division profit and loss table with £41.5 million profit. Bournemouth number one with £193 million profit, obviously from being promoted. They haven't spent that much in their squad and they're doing a very good job all the way up in 9th place. So yeah, not surprising. Newcastle second place. Not so sure how real that profit is, but we're third, and financially we're doing just incredibly, which is one of the main things I try and focus on within the squad and building the team, is making sure we are sustainable. I hate those saves where people just throw money at the wall and go, look how amazing I am, and they're, £800 million in debt. So this is the squad. Jared Bowen's going to come in, but on the left-hand side tonight, he hasn't been having the greatest run of games. So I want him to be on the left, where he's also going to be picking up a bit of fitness. Marcus Edwards with 4 assists against Liverpool, unsurprisingly, is going to keep his spot at the right-hand side. Samu will replace Souček as Todibo and Aguirre refound their combination, which has been so successful. As for Emerson, he is going to come out for Ryan Aït-Nouri, because we need to do something a little bit different, and I'm hoping that is the answer. Just a bit of fresher legs, someone who obviously his morale and everything's very good. After getting relegated last season, he now has a chance to take us through to a Champions League semi-final, not on his own, but to be part of the squad that did it. We face a very similar Bayern Munich side. Upamecano back in centre-back. I'm glad for that. He scares me a little bit now, can't lie. I've got my eyes on him. I'm sorry guys, give me 2 seconds. Sorry about that guys, just got a phone call. I wish I wouldn't have undone the recording with Charlotte Breakthrough. Great My God, what a great save there by Trubin. Just about kept us in it. Very sorry for that little pause. Yeah, it just felt like sudden buzzing, and I was like, what? I thought there was a little alarm going on. Anyway, the first half looks like it's coming close to an end now, and not much has happened. Only that one highlight, which thank you did see. Oh no. Kingsley Coman towards Leon Goretzka. Goes over everyone's head and Marcus Edwards collects. Kudos, he's had a really, really poor run of form recently. And it has to be admitted. Edwards, McTominay. There's something here. There's definitely something we can believe in. Or Prowse, Ait Novi. What could that possibly... Oh, it's an own goal. That's an Ait Novi goal. That is a Ryan Ait Novi goal. We brought him in and we said he would be part of the team effort. No, he will take things into his own hands. A weaker right foot deflected off of Sattelberger. And it's 1-0 at the Allianz Arena. But it's still only 2-2 on aggregate. And this is exactly why I needed that equaliser. 35% possession. Did we really lean into this? We go a bit more direct. Stop trying to play it out of the defence. Really try and push Bayern Munich back here. Like we're on the ball. It's great to have our centre-back partnership at full strength. João Mario overlapping on this right-hand side. Needs to lay this ball off. He's still taking it on. It's going to be offside. Mohamed Kudus, only his 18th goal of the season. He has really struggled in these last couple months, since really January. And it is indeed disallowed. Thomas Müller comes on for Kingsley Coman. We're pushing though. We're knocking on the door yet again. Something we do very well. Just persistent pressure. When we're playing good, the opposition don't get a moment to breathe. We just keep breathing down their necks, stealing their oxygen. Goretzka on the ball. Let's not immediately prove me wrong as Thomas Müller on the right wing. He has a lot of options. Lays it back to Benjamin Henrichs. Back to Müller. The substitute already looking to have a big effect on this game. Henrichs. Müller. Dinks it into Musiala at the back post. It's 1-1. Will it count? I'm pretty sure it will. His 50th goal of his career already. We're obviously going to have to demand more, but that is very poor on our behalf. Thomas Müller just came off the bench. Immediately a big impact on the game. Let's go attacking. I think it's fair enough to do that now. But yeah, our entire offense is so stagnant right now. Going to bring Bowen off. It's going to be the reintroduction of Jeremy Doku and Patton Daka up front. I don't know what it is, but something just isn't clicking up front. Still nothing coming to this. McTominay off. We don't really have like a like for like. There's going to be Brahim Diaz who's going to play a little bit deeper. And again, no one really you can bring on. Ait Novi, amazingly, only on his 6.2 despite his influences. Well, we come back and Neuer's had to make a save there. I wonder what on earth happened. But the highlight's still going on. I was going to rewind it. Ait Novi looks for Patton Daka the back post, headed away. And Edwards lets that one go out for a throw-in. What they were saying, that there was issues up front. There were issues for the goalkeepers of Bayern Munich, and of course we had that goal in the first leg, which was just a shot from the edge of the box. So is there something maybe we can bring out along the lines of just shooting, like just having a little pop shot? We've made all 5 substitutions now, as I'm going to bring Hayden Hackney on as a deep line playmaker and utilise Brahim Diaz as an attacker midfielder. There's nothing to lose in this game anymore. Be more expressive. Let's get a little bit more in their face. Maybe that might do something here. And in the 89th minute, there is a highlight. So perhaps the idea is working. It's back to Manuel Neuer. Upamecano. Neuer once more. Lovely ball of the top to Thomas Müller. Arguable man of the match despite only being substituted on. Brahim Diaz. No! No, I can't believe you. Patson Daka, who's also in a bit of a goal drought, could not have had a better chance. Edwards in. Trubin's up again. Naif again makes it 2-1. But he doesn't just make it 2-1. He equals things up. Why did we have to concede that goal? Oh no. Again it's a deflection. We're fortunate. But it's been the defence that has came to the rescue of the offence. As we move on into extra time, we are doing a great job right now. But we still somehow need to hold on to this game. What on earth can we do to keep this game alive? Well, I have a couple options. I'm going to bring Marcus Edwards off and play a 5-2-3. Hackney, Ward-Prowse as the midfield. Emerson, Aguirre, Ahmedovic, Todibo, Mario, Diaz, Doku and Daka. A little bit more defensive, but a whole lot more... No. I can't believe it. Kim Min Jae makes it 2-2 on the night, 4-3 on aggregate. I absolutely cannot believe it. Oh no. No. I don't even want to change things. I don't know what to do. Obviously I need to change things, but how? Emerson and Mario are going to come up a lot more attacking on these wider areas. Try and hit some early crosses. We'll go back to being attacking. I actually can't believe we've conceded. No way. Demand more. It's a great result, and yet it's so heartbreaking. But there is a highlight. It starts with Bayern Munich in possession. Alphonso Davies to Serge Gnabry. Jakub Kiwior, the ex-Arsenal man. Against an old London rival, it's not far off at all. I've got vague ideas of what to do here. Maybe something along the lines of that. We're not threatening them at all. My God. Just take some long kicks to the flanks maybe. That might be a good idea. Step up more. We can't really go. I don't see anything that's more aggressive than this. 4 minutes left. 3, 2. Highlight. With 2 minutes left in the 118th minute. Harry Kane wins the defensive header. But it's one of our 3 centre-backs on the ball. Todibo, João Mario, Brahim Diaz, the ex-Manchester City and Real Madrid man with a poor cross over the top. Musiala back to Conrad Lima. Thomas Müller, Harry Kane, Musiala again, Mazraoui, Upamecano, Müller. We need... Why aren't we winning the ball? Hackney, beautiful interception. Ward-Prowse finds Jeremy Doku. Doku across the face of the... Oh! Patson Daka makes it 4-4 on aggregate. 3-2 in the night. Patson Daka, he couldn't score to save his life, but when it matters most, and we're going to just take this one back. 2 penalties. That's the only decision. Surely, that is all we can do. I don't see anything else we can do right now but just time waste and hold on to this. My God, I can't believe we've scored. In the 119th minute, Patson Daka, who was the panic signing, you can't forget that, a panic signing, makes it 3-2. The lonely turned hero. Oh no. No, don't do this. Immediately, with 15 seconds left of added time in extra time, it's Musiala to Serge Gnabry on the left wing. No. How? How? Ward-Prowse intercepted, but Doku couldn't steal it. How is there that much space? I don't understand. We have basically a... No. Do not tell me they're still playing complete wing back on attack. We could have... the likelihood is we would have still lost on penalties. That's all I can think. Is like, maybe we still would have lost on penalties. I actually can't believe it. And just like, man of the match was literally Thomas Muller. Off the bench, an 8.0 rating. Serge Gnabry off the bench. That was the real difference, was their offensive might. We kept them so well, and we deserve to win. We so much deserve that. And in the end, we go out, and it isn't just from 120 first minute goal. It's not just from a Diet Upamecano 80th minute marauding run. It's from a lack of clinicality up front. It's from the boys just not working hard enough. We could have been in a Champions League semi-final in just our second season. Somehow, yet again, we look success dead in the eyes, and it turns us away, and it really does break my heart. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you another time.